Dating. A way to judge another person's suitability as a prospective intimate partner. But the time for seducing with saucy love letters and naughty poetry is over. Hey baby, do you like love poetry? Ow! Who are you and why are you throwing paper at me? That guy clearly didn't get the memo. We're in a time of dating apps, where a ping on your phone gives you the reassurance that you're not a disgusting troll. Rude. My experience with dating apps has been pretty mixed. One moment it's drier than the Sahara. This doesn't look like the brochure. The next I match someone genuinely nice to speak to. When I first match with someone, I can honestly take up to 30 minutes coming up with a first solid message. Evening, man. Is your shift finished? What do you think? I'm still here. I'm gonna have to do overtime. Code 32, first message with a match. Yep. After half an hour of thinking and only having "how are you" in my artillery, I usually go to the internet for help. After surfing the internet and reading the article Top 10 Tinder opening messages that actually work, I usually conclude that none of them will work. So, I settle with a simple food question. I feel like it's a decent topic that everyone can relate to. Everyone likes food. You killed my family food. Now I will have my revenge. I ask, are you a starter, mains or dessert kind of person? In my not so wide survey, I usually get dessert as a reply, which is the correct answer. Following on, I naturally ask their favourite dessert. Probably the weakest response I've had for favourite dessert is gingerbread men. Don't get me wrong, gingerbread men are tasty, but it's not a deep, wholesome dessert. Let's be honest, it's a biscuit. I just want to be included. Once done judging their whole personality on the dessert they choose, the ice is usually broken. So I move on to some spicier questions. I ask about where they work, favourite book, hobbies, and if they like the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
You wouldn't go on a date with me because I haven't seen the extended edition of the Lord of the Rings trilogy with director's commentary.
After a few days of messaging, it's pretty clear if she's enjoying my chat, which is mostly centered around food. If all is going well, I ask for a number, which is shortly followed by asking her on a date for a few beverages. What did you just call me? A beverage? Take it back. Take it back or I hunt you down. The big day arrives and I don't know whether I'm excited or just filled to the brink with anxiety. When it's time to get ready, I leave my dear trackies and hoodies behind and replace them with some slacks and a checkered shirt from the back of the cupboard. God, does this guy never go out? I've been in there for the past 4 months with a left shoe digging into my backside. On the drive there, I typically listen to some music to pump myself up. A usual suspect for a pre-date warm-up is Staying Alive by the Bee Gees. And with the Bee Gees on my mind, I park up and walk to the bar like I'm John Travolta from Saturday Night Fever.
Ooh. Oh.
I'm carefree, the sun is shining, there's good vibes. I grab a prime table in the bar and remove my shades, oozing confidence. I pop the collar to my jacket as I prepare my model face for when she arrives.
Eyes squinted, lips pursed.
And then I remember who I am. A bundle of nerves with the confidence of a potato.
That is factually incorrect. If you like a vegetable lacking confidence, talk to the carrot over there. What do you mean my orange skin attracts all the customers in the shop? Oh, I hate that I'm orange.
As my date arrives, I smile as much as I can to appear approachable. But for some reason, a voice inside my head tells me that there's a pretty good chance there's food stuck in my teeth.
Is it alright if I tag along to the date?
After some compulsory small talk about our journeys and the weather, it was time to get down to the meat of the conversation. But then I realised I've already asked her 99% of the first date questions on the dating app. So I started to panic and ended up asking her endless questions about her job. How long have you been working there? What's your colleagues like? Do you get any good benefits? Do you see yourself working there in 5 years? I thought to myself, oh wow, I'm actually practicing my interviewing technique on a date.
I know we're on a date and all, but just wanted to let you know, I'm afraid you haven't got the job.
However, I literally couldn't think of anything else to say, so I carried on down the work questions line.
So just some feedback on the interview format would be great. Did you prefer the boring work questions or the awkward silences?
After a while, we both knew that there was no spark, so one of us eventually had to end the date. But under no circumstance was I going to buck up the courage to do it. I think I would have sat there all night.
Wow, look at the time. 7 hours in. So does your office canteen serve fish and chips on a Friday?
After a few hours, she was the brave one and said that she had a thing to go to. That had been arranged for months. Fair enough. I duly accepted the end of the date and was thankful that I didn't need to come up with more questions about her work. Don't get me wrong, she was a really nice person. We just violently friend-zoned each other. As we were making our way out of the bar, she said she was going to wait for a taxi. She declined my offer of waiting with her, but I didn't blame her at all. She probably didn't want to be interviewed anymore. So I said my goodbyes and turned and left. Instantly, I realised I made a vital error. Awkward hug. Boom. Completed. I naturally pulled away from the hug and started to walk off in that direction. But this was the completely wrong direction to where my car was parked. So I was faced with a dilemma. Turn back and embarrassingly cross past her,
Sorry, I went the wrong way.
or carry on and take the long way round. You probably have already guessed. That's right, I took the long way round. 35 minutes, the long way round. Yeah, I know. Thank you for your sympathies. Having jogged most of the way, I reached my car a sweaty mess. No less than I deserved. As I drove past the bar, she had obviously gone by then. London taxis aren't that bad. But then I realised she probably got picked up a few minutes after I left her. I probably could have hidden in a shop or something. In hindsight, turning around and admitting I'd gone the wrong way most likely wouldn't have been that bad, and most definitely less painful than a 35-minute jog. Oh well, dating experience acquired. Exercise for the day completed. Embarrassing encounter averted.
Yes!
And most notably, learnt about my date's work. Check.
Amazing!
I'd say that was a pretty successful evening out.